Well, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. We have the satellite. Getting ready to go to Cars and Coffee, just cuz. And we have this little issue going on. You may remember this little issue. Just throw the clips. Ring gear has broken some teeth. So, I guess we're doing a converter change. Not what I want to do on a Saturday, but let's do it. But first, I'm gonna go inside and let it warm up. It is stupid cold. I think it's like 33. So, once we do that, let it warm up some, I guess we'll start pulling the trans. Alright guys, today we're changing the torque converter. This here is a 1966 Plymouth Satellite. It's got a 440 Chrysler 727 and a Dana 60. So, you need to change your converter. It's basically the same principles for all rear-wheel drive cars. What we're going to do, first thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery. Now, we don't actually have to disconnect this battery because we get a battery cutoff. Battery cutoff is off, so we can't get power anywhere to the car anyway. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our handy dandy jack and get her up off the ground. So let's go. And once she's up, you give her a nice little firm check, and she is off the ground. So next thing's next, we're going to drain transmission fluid because I really don't want to deal with that. All right, so here we are underneath the car. This is from the back looking forward. The transmission pan, that's the oil pan up there. Right up here on a 727, we have the drain plug. So it should be a 7/8. We're gonna go ahead and drain it. We're gonna try to recycle this fluid because it's fairly new. All right, so transmission's done draining. Next step is going to be the exhaust. We don't have any hangers on these, so it's literally just 3 bolts. It's kind of built like a Purple Hornet. So 3 bolts each side. Drop those down, and then we're going to drain the water from the block because we need to take off that header to get to the starter, and then from there, drive shaft. So we'll pick back up then. All right, so exhaust is off, it is drained, and drive shaft is out. So our next step is going to be starter, which on a big block Mopar there, you can kind of see it right there. I'm going to try to do it without removing the header, but it's a pain. It's it's up in there. And then I'm going to go and get the torque converter bolts. As you see, so all you can do is they're 3/4 12 point. You just rotate the engine over, hit that bolt, hit that bolt, hit the bolt, and then that's the torque converter back there. So once we get those out, we'll pick back up, but it's going to be fairly simple. All right, so we got our converter bolts out. We now have the cross member, all the bolts and nuts out. We just got the N2 bolts sitting in there. We're gonna pop these transmission lines right quick, and the speedometer cable, and then from there we'll put the jack underneath the transmission, slowly release this down so we can get a whole bunch of extensions up there and get like the bell housing bolts. I'm gonna leave the shifter cable alone because the transmission is not actually coming out of the car. We're just gonna drop it down so we can put the new converter in. All right, so the old converter is out. So the point we was basically just there's 6 bolts, 2 in the bottom that go this way, and then 4 in the top. Take those out, and then bam, you got your converter out. Reason we're changing the converter is if you see this, like these teeth are pretty much gone, that tooth's gone, those 2 teeth are gone, that tooth's gone. It's actually bent. Where is it? See that crinkle right there? So the ring gear is bent, and it's causing a misengagement, and like the teeth are just ate all up. So that's been our starter issue. Now, yeah, my hair. If you remember, we've been having starter issues with this car forever. That's why. And remember that new starter we had just put on? yeah, it broke the nose. So, Dad actually went to go get another starter from his house, and this here is a new converter. It's a PTC, I think it's a 5200 Stahl. So once he gets back, we have to put the starter up there in the headers, and then put the transmission up and bolt it in, and then put the starter on, because there's no room with these headers in the B body. I don't like the way they're made, but so I'm gonna go ahead and pop these off. This cable is way too long. It really needs to be about here. We'll probably make it the new one about this long or so. And then yeah, we'll throw the converter in and wait for Dad to get back. Well, converter in the transmission. So let's get it. All right, boys. So the transmission is bolted back up. We just had to get on the jack, and then the only thing is we had to take this header off to get it back in there. The bell housing was hitting on the headers, but pop that header off, slide the transmission up, and that's just the point we're at. The only thing we have so far is the bell housing and the cross member bolted up. Then we went and bolted up this header. So up next, it's just the reverse of what we've already done. So we'll go drive shaft, transmission cooler lines, shift cable, and I think that's it. And then exhaust, make sure everything's tight. Put the plug wires back on, and speedometer cable. Yeah, we got a new one. Already took the old one out, so I got to put the new one in. I was hoping to have it done before dark, but that's in about 15 minutes, and that ain't gonna happen. But we're still gonna do a burnout today, damn it. All right, so torque converter bolts are in. We're gonna call it a night. It got dark on us fast. So we're gonna clean up and be back at it tomorrow in the morning. It's the next day. I gotta pull out this top bolt and replace it because it doesn't have a washer on it. My fault. And then I've already been fighting with the dipstick tube. If you know anything about big block Mopars, you know this dipstick tube bolt is stupid. So to get the bolt in, ain't got the bolt in yet. We're getting there. I'm about to go under and reroute the shifter cable because I don't like how it's set up right now. And not long, we put the exhaust back on it, start filling her up with fluids, and make the cops know we were here. But luckily for us, city limits like down there, and they're city cops, so we can all down here if we want to. All right, so we just filled it up with transmission fluid, got everything buttoned up. Now we're just priming, or I guess kind of burbling the water in the block. Right, we use water hose because, you know, we don't want to put antifreeze on a trap. The great thing about a race car, we ain't got a thermostat, and we got an electric water pump. Mine's a little bit different, mine's built in, but that one's there. And see, we're just getting all the air bubbles out like this. So I just, you know, let it flow and get it to the top, and it basically burps itself. You don't have anything obstructing it, so you can't really get an air pocket. You know, like newer Mustangs, you gotta like park on the hill or whatever and have that big funnel thing. Not this way. See, we just let that run for a few minutes, and it's gonna get all the air out. See all the air coming up, and that's it. That's how you get the that's how you prime the you know, the antifreeze. Well, water in our case. All right, so we gotta check trans fluid. I don't know what he's doing. Check trans fluid, and then I guess that's it. Hopefully this solves all of our starting issues that we've had for, you know, ever since I've been here. He's had before that, so I don't know what he did with the dipstick. I guess we're about to find out. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Watch the slip one a little bit and put you on the.
Let's do it. Come on, baby. At home. Oh, we replaced the speedometer cable too, so I don't know what to do with the keys. Damn it. and the trunk lid. Yeah. Good. Give it 2 pumps. Same thing every time. God, I love it. Now he's gonna go check trans fluid. I think it's a little low because it didn't want to. It really didn't want to go in reverse. Well, it doesn't look like our speedometer is going to be working. If it does work, it's going to go from 55 up. Dang it. To neutral. Favorite point, test drive. Favorite point, my favorite time of working on it. Test drive, baby. Woo! Let's get it. I gotta buckle up. Buckle. Just the seat part for street driving. Want to be able to reach everything. She's a cruiser. She's a cruiser. Yeah, boy. Let's see what it stalls to. About 5,000. This converter is supposed to be at 5,200. Oh, tires rubbing, the slick. Ah, God. So we're about a couple of miles in. She's doing well. Heading back to the house. Made a little pass on the street. I can't shift and hold the phone, so sorry, but didn't hook whatsoever, which, you know, it's those slicks. If it was on radios, it'd probably hook. Slicks rubbed whenever I turn, which they do at the track too, so these slicks are a little tall. They're a 30-inch, so I think he just bought some 275 ET Street R's. Any ET Streets will work, so anyway, pick back up when we get home. All right, boys, so we're back. Car did good. We'll let it cool all the way off, and then put some more water in it. I think it probably settled a little bit. So it was 195 the entire time cruising. Put it back here and it starts climbing to 210, which, you know, that's what happens. So whenever the water pump turns off. But yeah, I think she did well. Hopefully this fixes our issues from now out, and we can actually enjoy racing for a full season without changing starters every month or so. So thank you guys all for being here. Catch you in the next one. Peace.